Alright, hello everybody, and coming from a different angle here. And again, I hope everybody's Movember was excellent. I hope people went out there and supported actually both men's physical and mental health, as well as, again, women's health. But again, Movember was supposed to be for us men. So, I hope everyone is well, warm, and actually been doing good. And hopefully December will be again another great month for us folks in general. Let me roll that back down. So, first video of November, December. November and these months just seem to be flying at the moment. Of course, my weird screwed up sleep schedule. That said, so while I was on Ben Coombs Hardware with Canucks Thursdays episode, again hosting, not actually physically on the show as a guest, I traded away my top load 6-saddle Telecaster bridge and the one neck that I did have on the Shoreline Gold Telecaster that I had modded and kind of called it a snub nose or stubby nose, kind of in a Canadiana fame. So I traded those two things away for this Digitech X Series digital delay. So it's stereo. Had a hell of a time to actually figure out that you actually pushing the two things on the, pushing the little thing there on each side, and then the actual top comes off and the battery's exposed. Now, I didn't need this per se because I don't have an effects loop in the Viper VIP2. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to actually pick it up because these X series have the multiple modes. With this button here, you have 7 selectable modes, which are 10 to 250 millisecond, 250 to 1 second, 1 to 4 second, tape, modular delay, reverse, and a loop effect. So again, I really don't like using 9-volt adapters, so I was hoping that I was going to be able to put a 9-volt battery into here and maybe be able to use it as an enhancement to things. And unfortunately, the battery doesn't work, but the 9-volt adapter plug-in on the back of it does work. The pedal, this pedal does kind of sound cool, but definitely isn't, I'm not too keen on it. I mean, I do like messing around with delay from time to time, but just the delays on this were not cool. So hopefully the guy's going to be coming by later today, and hopefully it's going to be changed out for a wah. So now, continuing with what I said, I am going on 4 minutes here. So one of the other things I did in the deal was I acquired a white-tipped Stratocaster tremolo arm, which, if you have any type of tremolos in general, especially anything in the Strat-esque style, or that has a screw-in mechanism, these things are always handy to have around. That said, here's the thing, and here's what I'm going to be doing today. We are going to look at here is, if I can do this right, you can see the differences on a Jazzmaster trim and a Stratocaster trim. And when you come to the back here as well, you can see that there's quite a bit of difference as well in the angling when you line up the straight posts of it. So, of course, I can't do this on my Jazzmaster because I don't have strings for it, and quite honestly, it needs better. So, here's what we're gonna do. Dinosaur Jr. guitarist Jay Maskus, if I'm pronouncing that properly. If I'm not, sorry. He has a signature Squire Jazzmaster, which is set up with the regular tail, and instead of the Jazzmaster or Jaguar or Mustang bridge, he actually has a regular tune-o-matic bridge in its place. But here is the thing. He doesn't have a Jazzmaster tremolo arm. That guitar actually comes with, that's right, a Stratocaster adapted tremolo arm. So in reality, instead of a Jazzmaster that we get that looks like this, in comparison, we actually get, as this does drop into place and relatively stays in place, we get a different angled tremolo, which is also one of the advantages here that we'll see is it's actually got more leverage, and it actually comes closer to your playing hand. So instead of with the Jazzmaster, you'd have to be, well, let's just show it in comparison. With this, you have more, not only more pitch and angle to wobble the bridge, trim part of the bridge, but you also have more control and not as far to go. So let's see here. With this trim, and we'll assume the positioning is like this, here's what it looks like with the shorter Stratocaster style trim in place. And you can see my hand position here, which is just before the neck pickup. So let's pull that out, and now let's put in the actual Jazzmaster trim. Not only are you seeing here the trim is extremely high, but as well as, if you put your hand in position to actually use it, you're having to go up probably almost near the edge of the pickup. So for comparison's sake, I've got it on Demo Clean 1. I have the bass cut off. I have the bridge position selected. And let's bring the volume back up of the guitar and just simply give it a wiggle test. let's flip the arm back out. And let's go to the shorter Stratocaster style. See, right there in itself, you have shorter, you don't have to use as much effort to actually use the tremolo effect. It's still hard because I have the actual spring mechanism here really tied down so it can stay in place, but ease of convenience. You can see here again, this is with the Stratocaster trim. Again, Jazzmaster Jaguar style arm. Like, you literally have to reach up, 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 up. So it takes you more effort to actually So you're getting a bit of a deeper trim on this regard because this trim is only set to drop down. It's not actually meant to go both ways. But now again, you're having to reach up here on the Jazzmaster Jaguar trim, but meanwhile, if you're playing guitar, it's a lot easier for you to come up and hook your fingers because you only have to grab it here. Again, flipping back to the Jazzmaster Jaguar style trim. Again, for me to even try to be able to do this, I'm actually having to lift my hand a lot higher. So again, let's just show for comparison here. This is my hand in playing position with the Jazzmaster style trim arm in place. So again, flip back to the Stratocaster style. Look at the height difference. My hand is almost halfway lower having the Stratocaster style trim arm in place. And it's shorter movement, whereas the long arm trim, it's a longer movement, and not to mention hand has to be much higher. So In regards to a trem that is basically like how this one is, that is pretty much decked and all you can do is go down with it, I really honestly think there's no I don't think there's a super big advantage to having either in that regards. But I will say, again, in just showing you this, there actually is a bigger advantage having the shorter and slightly higher angled Stratocaster style trem arm in place of the Jazzmaster / Jaguar one. Especially like when you start talking about if you want to do, you have your actual picking hand actually closer to the strings, whereas with the other tremolo arm, you're super high and away, and it's a real reach, and then makes it almost difficult for you to click because you're then going like this. Now let's actually put the Jazzmaster one in and try to play the same sequence. And as you notice again right away, my hand is further off of the guitar. So, I will end the video off here as it is rolling on 20 minutes. So, leave your comments down below and interject in your thoughts on the idea and the concept of What would you actually like to have if you actually owned a Jazzmaster or Jaguar? Would you like the shorter Strat style tremolo arm like J Mascis uses on all his signature and playing jazz masters? Or would you be a traditionalist and prefer the long trem arm? Again, thanks for watching, folks. Hope yous have all been well. And again, I will catch yous later. Take care. Bye for now.